Hello, Knights of the Roll Table, and welcome to a very special bonus episode of our podcast. This was a night where Chris and or Jen were not able to make our recording time last minute, and we still wanted to record something, and Jeff was like, well, I have this kind of silly idea if y'all are up for it, and we were. So he didn't really explain anything after that. We started recording, and you're going to hear what happened. So it was entirely improvised, not very edited, so you're pretty much going to hear it as it happened. And it was a good time, if it's in our continuity, somewhere. I hope you enjoy it, actually. So part of the reason we're releasing this bonus episode right now is I'm going to be on vacation for the next 2 weeks. So this will drop while I'm off vacationing. I'm going to be in the South. And there's several days where it's supposed to be like 95, but feels like 115. So if you want to do a very special favor for me, anything you can do to like stop climate change, that would be really great. So like install some solar panels or get an electric car or eat less red meat. That would be huge because even though that's probably not going to affect my vacation enjoyment, it would be great if it was not like this for the rest of my life and my children's lives. Anyway, enjoy this very special funny comedy episode DM'd by Jeff with Carlos, Matt, and myself. Hope you enjoy it. Thanks for spreading the word. We've really been taking off in downloads recently, so super appreciate that. Leave those reviews on Apple Podcasts or anywhere else you see a review. That's super helpful. And spread the word. And remember, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and make life an adventure.
Welcome, Knights of the Roll Table, to the first ever wacky races of the Dungeons and Dragon podcast, Knights of the Roll Table. This is your DM for this stupid idea, Jeff. And with me today is Zach.
Hey, he just explained this to us live. In that he hasn't explained it. You heard everything he's explained.
And Matt.
What is happening?
And Carlos.
I'm Carlos.
All right, so here's what I need each of you to do. I want you to pick your funniest character from your repertoire. Who's the funniest character, the most comedic, the most that other D&D characters would say is funny? I'll give you a moment to think. Maybe some light trumpet music to smooth over the gap as we consider.
I don't think any of my characters are intentionally funny.
Well, follow your heart. Follow your heart.
Do I need to jam more? Because I haven't played this trumpet in like literally 8 years.
Yeah, keep wailing on that thing, man.
It needs some oil.
All right, so let's go through and reveal who our players are going to be playing today. Zach, who are you going to be playing?
You guys, listen. When I designed him, he was going to be gritty and hard-hitting and tough. But, like, that's not how people treat Jerik Darkharbour. So I feel like other people would identify Jerik as the funny character. But he's got dark backstory. He's got all sorts of... It's going to be Jerik.
Yeah, yes. I just wanted the name. Great. And then Matt?
I will let you choose, if you want, between Celius and Melbin.
How about Melbin?
Okay.
So we haven't heard Melbin in a while. We've heard some Celius recently. And then Carlos?
I think my first choice would be an obscure character that I played for one of our clubhouse sessions called Ted Costco. But
I didn't
if
know
we're
we were
going
doing
with
clubhouse sessions.
those don't count. I know. They're out of continuity. So instead, I'll go with Yenni. It'll be Yenni Duck.
Was Ted Costco the romance?
Yeah, at the
Having on like a
boardwalk.
beach? Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like the heir of the Costco empire.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
How's our clubhouse community growing these days?
We miss them. I love them. Ever since I had to start driving kids around, I haven't been able to go back there.
Shout out
Hey,
to
Clubhouse. Shout out to Clubhouse.
Hey, if you're out there listening to us on Clubhouse, how did you do that?
This episode not sponsored by Clubhouse. Clubhouse not sponsoring Knights of the Roll Table.
Okay, so each of your characters, wherever they happen to be in the world, Jerik in a bar, Melbin out in the woods, Yenni falling asleep in a place that's socially unacceptable for comedy reasons.
Mm-hmm.
You each fall asleep, and your dreams begin as they normally do, thinking about the day, going through the acts of the week, and considering all of the implications of that. But suddenly, your dream is sort of interrupted. There is a record scratch, and you are transported immediately into a space of giant marble emptiness. It is a area full of pillars, and at the end sits a giant throne. And you look around, and it's very empty, except for two other people around you. And it's the three of you all standing in this empty place.
Hey, Yenni, how you doing? Remember that party we met at? Is that you, Melbin? Aren't you Melbin?
You sound very far away.
Oh, hello, yes. You're Jerik Darkharbor.
How are you doing?
You
You're like the other
are-
paladin.
Yes.
You haven't heard of Yenni? Yenni,
Yes, I have.
Yenni of
I'm
the-
just really bad
Yenni-
with names.
you were in the same season. You two connect.
Oh, yeah, I know you. What are you doing? You weren't asleep in a church like I was.
I was asleep in a tree.
As you guys are catching up, one of you all kind of hear this little plap, 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 kind of a wet little like leather stomping, and it's kind of echoing through. And you see coming out kind of through some of the pillars is this short, squat platypus. And the short, squat little platypus has a little hat on that's like a clown hat that's like up, and it has the three little poofy balls on it. And he's walking up to you, and he's only about a foot tall or so. And you're just kind of looking at him. And he comes up. He'll see you now. Follow me. And then he turns around and he starts walking.
Wait, good beaver duck. What? Who are you? Where are we?
I'm the platypus.
Oh.
Oh, I've read of you, but I've never met one. You're larger and more talkative than I thought.
Yeah, it's kind of unexpected, so that's what makes it. Anyway, let's go see him. And he starts walking off.
So last time I did something like this happened to me, I had to fight Massimo Lionheart and Biscuit and Celius, and we all got blown up and then turned into animals, and then I got this really cool spell. So I don't know if this is like this or not, but I think we should just follow the platypus.
Yeah, that sounds pretty fun.
Let's do it.
All right, you guys start following the platypus. And you're approaching the throne, and sitting over it is kind of a portly gentleman, and he's wearing like just like a robe, kind of like with white sheets, and it looks like there's a bunch of like grapevines growing up and around his giant throne there, And as you get closer, you notice he's not really sitting like straight in it. He's kind of sitting with his legs over one arm and his back over the other. And he's got a big golden goblet and he's swirling it around. And wine is just kind of falling all over. And he goes, "Oh, are they here, platypus?" And the platypus says, "Yes, here they are." And he says, "Oh, good. Welcome, friends, to the realm of Dionysus, Greek god of wine and revelry. I've summoned you here because things up here are so dramatically boring. I'm just bored all of the time. And I understand that you're all champions, yes? Champions?
One could say
In little
that.
realms?
Of a
Melbin's
sort.
a champion.
Well, I care not. Platypus here, he summoned you. He picks people from time to time and tries to entertain me. I thought having a little platypus with a clown hat would be very funny, but it turns out it gets old after a little while. And the
I did
platypus
not
kind of looks
notice
at
the
you.
clown hat.
I thought it was
Yeah.
his hair.
No, it's just a hat. And he kind of gives you a look like, it's a living. Dionysus says, "Now, look, most gods, they summon champions to fight evil people and destroy realms or bring great justice. All I ask, all I plead of you is to do something hilarious. Make people laugh. Make me laugh. So go out. I'm going to send you into the depths of the nine hells and just, play it for fun. Be loose out there. Find a funny way to take down somebody. I've seen arms chopped off. How about a little panache out there? How about a little bit of flair? Something that really gets us going up here. And I'll make sure that no harm comes to you. What do you say?"
Melbin raises his hand.
Excuse me.
Yes. Yes, you.
But will we be fighting evil? And will we be bringing justice?
Yeah, great question. All the things you're going to have to kill are going to be super evil. Like I said, I'm sending you deep into the nine hells. And yes,
Yeah, I also have a question. I don't feel like the nine hells is necessarily the funniest of all the planes, Is there possibly something more, jovial?
well,
more
that's what I'm
comic
saying.
premises?
It needs a little bit of juice down there. It's just so boring and drab, and it's all
Okay.
stabbing and torturing and lava and running people over with lawnmowers. It's just so predictable. I'm hoping you guys, while you're doing some swift justice for good and nobility and all that yes stuff, maybe you can spice it up. And each time you do, I'll grant you additional power as you go. What say you all?
Is this a multiple choice? What are our options besides yes, send me all of the nine hells?
Oh yes, it's either go to the nine hells or I'll
okay.
Make you into a platypus and you can serve me here for all time.
To the nine hells, then.
Do I get a hat?
Yes, excellent. Good job. You get a +1 to strength for the next minute. So add
okay.
that to your docket. And he goes, woo, and he kind of swooshes his wine goblet around, and above your head, a little clown hat appears, and he goes, and it pops up. It just kind of appears, and it kind of makes a little squeaky as it comes onto your head. Okay, how about anybody else? How about a funny piece of clothing to protect you while you're down there? You there, short one.
I don't know anything that's funnier than a hat. What about like a tail?
Ooh, I like it. What type of tail? Something silly.
He's got a weird tail, and yet he points at the platypus. One of them things.
You got it! And he swishes his wine around, and thump, you get a big beaver tail. And now you have a +1 beaver tail attack. So you can use that now in the 9 hells. And you there, what sort of funny clothing would you like to have?
Perhaps mismatched socks.
Well,
Is that funny?
okay. And he he swishes it around, and you have a white sock and a black sock on now.
Oh,
Okay, well, I hope it gets better down there. Well, good luck. And he snaps his finger, and instantly the entire place around you, you don't get sucked into anything. There's no sort of transition time. It just instantly cuts, and your background is now a burning fire hellscape. And you guys look around you, and to the front of you, you see that there's a giant lake of lava. Behind you, you see that there's an endless abyss that falls into what looks like a giant mouth full of teeth and razor blades. And then to the left and to the right is a small bridge over both of these things that has a bunch of demons with big wings and scythes, and some of them have a little pitchfork, and they're just like walking around, and they see you, and they go, ah! And we'll roll for initiative.
I honk my hat.
Ooh, you get a +2 to your initiative.
Yay.
19.
12 for Melbin.
All right. Ooh, I rolled a 20. That's 24 for Jerik and his honky hat.
Damn.
That's probably not what I should call it.
No, it's the honky hat of Dionysus. All right. So, very good. Jerik, it is your turn first. What would you like to do? You look to the right, and you see that there's kind of 2 of these like impish devil monsters with a pitchfork. And then you look down the other way, and you see that there's a couple of these other kind of 2 tall, bigger stone-looking guys that have like a big scythe.
Okay, I'll turn to the first 2 guys on the right and say, hey, we were sent by Dionysus. We heard you needed some levity. So here we are. I honk the hat again. Honk. Is that something you're expecting?
They go, and they just start speaking in some sort of deep infernal language that you don't quite understand, and they kind of start running towards you.
I will hilariously draw my sword and attack them.
Okay, you're just gonna straight up attack?
I mean, they're coming at me in a threatening way, right? Because they're in the 9 hells.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll do this. I will. Maybe I don't want to do that yet. I don't want to go full sacred weapon on them. Let's go ahead and drop a little bless on everybody. That seems good to do.
Just like a regular spell?
As opposed to, I'm going to bless up to 3 characters in my choice.
Well, that's good because there's 3 characters there.
Yeah, I'm going to include me.
1, 2.
We get all that. Whenever a target makes an attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends, a target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the attack roll or saving throw, which we might need because these goblins are coming at us or whatever they are. That's my action.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to offend them.
How does that manifest the bless?
I mean, probably radiantly. Maybe it's cast out from my talking angel sword, which I feel like will have strong opinions about being in the 9 hells. So kind of like probably maybe like a shaft of light going out from the sword into each of us, kind of like creating this little aura radiating out from us a bit.
All right, so you do that, and you make that connection with the sword, and it comes out, and it's like the cover of the Dungeons and Dragons book. It's like very epic, and it's very cool. And all of you guys, kind of in your head at the same time, you hear this voice, and it's Dionysus, and he goes, "Oh, how predictable! How very boring! I wish you'd zhuzh it up a little bit." and it kind of lets out a sigh. Oh. And is that the end of your turn?
Well, hang on. How about this? Hey, Javadriel, guess where we are? And my sword says, "Oh, Jerik Dog. Do you want to do Javadriel? You can take Javadriel if you want.
I want you to do it.
Jerik Dog Harbor. Are we? Are you in the Nine Hells? Yes, I am, Javadriel. But hey, guess who sent me here? Was it a demon? No. Well, I don't think so. Was it? Oh, you could guess a long time. It was Dionysus. Do you know Dionysus? Does Dionysus and Torm hang out? Does Dionysus have beef with Torm? Because I feel like that this might have something to do about it. Is this like a god joke thing? I don't know. That's probably my turn.
Okay, so you're going to spend it talking to your sword?
I mean, I could do a bonus action. I used my action to bless, and then I got shamed for it. So
There was no
I don't think I want to
shame,
burn
it's just
anything.
It's just a bit of rote, I sent you here
I
to
felt
spice it up. Give me the goofs. Give me the sillies.
I'll make a face at the oncoming devils. Demons?
What?
Demons? We said demons?
They're demons or devils, yeah. What's your face?
Well, let's see. I've got probably a sword in one hand and a shield in the other hand, so I can't do the like inverted eyelids with my finger or like holding up a hand and wiggling my finger. So I guess I'll just do the kind of like raspberry at them. How's that?
You hear, ooh, very good, very intimidating. All right, that's the end of your turn, and now it is Yenni's turn. You hear the voice say, "Make it goofy, Yenni."
Oh yeah, I've always wanted to try this. Question for the DM: as far as my
Yes, sir.
tail, can it sort of like move? Like, can I make it move?
Oh, yeah.
However I feel. Oh
Yeah, you have
great.
full control of it. In fact,
Full
it's super
control.
nimble. It's very it's another part of your body.
Perfect. Okay, so tell me how doable or what combination of things I would need to try and pull this off. I want to pretend that I'm Tanuki Mario from Super Mario Brothers 3 and
Yes.
do a sprint at
Yes.
one of the like little demons and then jump. And as I jump over them, slap them in the face with my beaver tail attack as I and jump vaulting over them.
Roll an athletics check.
Yeah. All right. That is a 13.
13. All right. So you get a running jump. You jump up. You fly over him. You try and hit him with the tail, but you don't quite have the the reach on it. It's a little bit off. You just kind of scrape the top of them, which kind of jerks their head back, and they go and so they are kind of miffed right now. So I'll say that was kind of your movement action. If you wanted to take like a full action now, they're kind of back a little bit. So I'll give you advantage on an attack at the one that's at the furthest from you, or the one that's you're closest to, which is now at the end. You're behind him.
Got it. Okay, they have a tail, right?
They do. A little pointy barb tail.
It's like, aha, all right, I'll give myself an advantage. And Yenni takes out her axe, her Hydra axe, and is going to swing specifically to try and chop off the devil's tail.
Okay. Roll an attack. And you can take advantage since they are stunned.
19.
19, very good. So you is your intent just to cleave off their tail?
Oh yeah.
Okay, great.
Even if it does less damage, I want that tail off.
All right, so you swing down and you manage to chop off its one of their tails. It just thunk and starts whipping around as it kind of smokes and hisses at the very end of it, as opposed to having any blood or guts or anything. It's just kind of and it goes ow, ow, ah, and is now super angry and looking at you. All right, anything else on your turn, Yenni?
Nope, that's the tail end of my turn.
Hey!
Dionysus goes, yes. And it is Melbin's turn.
The tail is still flopping around down there.
Yeah.
All right, Melvin's going to rush forward and pick up the tail.
Okay.
And then I want to smack one of the demons over the head with it.
He goes, ooh. You hear it kind of in your head. You go and you go, ooh, what's he up to over there? I do like this. So you can roll an attack with advantage.
Ooh, with advantage. Those are both pretty good. Okay, well, I rolled a 19 and 18. I have no idea what that would be with improvised weapon because I don't know the rolls for that off the top of my head.
Nope, that's perfectly fine. So you come up and you, how do you want to do it? Like a big hit or like a little?
I want to actually smack like
back and forth on the face. Like I challenge you to a duel.
Yeah. Oh, and I get extra attack because I'm this guy. So the other one, if that's also an advantage, I don't know, would be I rolled a 12. So again, I have no idea how that works with improvised weapons. I should look up the rules for that because I have
no. Don't worry about it. No, that's all good. We'll just take straight 20s and play it from there. So you go up, you pick up the tail, you come over to one, and you go thump, 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 and you hit him right in there. And it's
why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself?
You hear a roarous laughter in all of you guys in your head. You kind of hear this laughing, and somehow, like just doing that, like it doesn't like an extra bit of strength happens at the very end, and it the tail just like glows with this energy and like smacks this little thing, and it goes firing across the lake. Like so far, you can like barely see it, and then on the very edge, you just see a. And that one just is completely gone. You feel super confident, and you turn over to the next guy, and you're going to do the same thing. And you go to hit it, and you just kind of you just drop it accidentally, and it just falls down on the ground, and it just goes, ugh, and it looks at you, and then it's going to attack you. And I need to find my dice. All right. Does a 21 hit you, Melbin?
Just barely, yes.
Ooh, all right. So the devil that you tried to hit, he comes back and he stabs into you. And he is going to do 7 fire damage to you. And you kind of get stabbed, and you kind of feel this just scorching heat, both from the weapon and as it just kind of like singes your clothes. It seems like it's like a burning hot poker that you get stabbed with. And so like suddenly you're like, oh, this dream is like real a little bit, even though that ridiculous thing like just kind of happened. Like, oh, this actually hurt a lot. So that kind of hit you there. The 2 big stone guys are going to come over, and they're going to come up to, they're going to start walking over towards Jerik. And first one is going to come in, and they actually are going to kind of slip on the ground there and kind of fall to their knee. Jerik, you'll get an attack of opportunity right now that you could take if you would like. As this one that was heading towards you kind of slips, they really failed their attack. So they kind of slipped, and you have a moment of advantage. They kind of slide down on one knee, and they have a big scythe in their hand that they're kind of trying to use to stand back up.
I'm going to create a minor illusion of a pie on the ground in front of this fallen creature. And I'm going to try to shove its head further down. Use the momentum of the slip to shove its head further down into the hilarious banana cream pie that I've just manifested using minor illusion.
All right, roll a d20 to see if you succeed in the physical action. All right, you do. Sure enough, the pie appears, and you hear in your head, "Ooh, I like where this is going. Good, good."
I got a 15.
All right, that will work. So while it's down, it's kind of kneeling down. It's like pie, and you slam its head down, and even though it's an illusion, your magic kind of like works extra, and it comes up around his head and like completely engulfs him, and so his whole head is now covered in this like illusory like pie, and is kind of stumbling blindly all around. The other one that was running up is going to kind of push his way past on this kind of narrow little bridge thing that you guys are walking on, and they're going to swing at you. They're going to go for 17 to hit Jerik. Does that hit you, sir?
A 17 does not hit Jerik.
All right, so they just kind of swing this big scythe, and even though they miss, a bunch of like lava that's kind of like coming out of his hands and just kind of pouring out through the rocky parts kind of singes you because you're super close to it as it's swinging, and you're going to take 4 fire damage from the burning lava.
All right.
Okay, and
I tell it, oh, but Pie, love you very much.
and you're gonna feel
It's good, you guys.
you're gonna kind of feel like a little extra singe, and you're gonna take another point of damage and die.
Ow!
Oh, I don't know about that.
I improv that.
Okay, well, let's just keep rolling with it. Continue the scene, and Jerik, it's your full turn now.
Okay, I'm up. What am I looking at? He was engulfed in pie, and then I got fire burned.
Yes, by the other one. There's 2 of these big
there's
rock
2
monsters. Yeah.
Okay.
So one has pie all over his face, and he's kind of stumbling around. The magic of Dionysus has made it a real pie. And the other one is facing off with you.
Javashil, do you know any jokes? I do not joke. Battling is serious business. All right, you did the straight man thing. Let's just let's do the thing. Let's hit him, and I will roll some attacks on the guy who just singed me.
Okay.
Oh, rolled a 2.
That's not going to do it.
And a 13 plus 7 is 20.
20
for
will
a second
do.
attack.
Second attack hits.
All right, so I'm gonna swing at him and miss the first time and be like, "Oh no, look over there!" And then I'll hit him with the second one as he turns. Ha ha! You fell for it. Huh?
And sure enough, like that extra little jab to the back, like activates like some energy you've never kind of seen before, and just kind of slices it right in half, and just kind of and it falls down and falls off of the little bridge that you're on down into the lava below, and kind of like singes up. And Dionysus goes, "Oh, very good. I love some tomfoolery."
Knock knock.
It's the demon talking.
Abyss. Huh? I feel like you need to do it in the same language, or the knock knock joke format doesn't work as well.
It kind of like starts to kind of rage. It kind of gets a little more agitated. All right, Melbin, It's your turn.
All right. Are any of the beings that we are fighting wearing clothing of any sort?
I like where this is going.
No.
All right, boring.
No, actually they are. They're wearing like a little loincloth type thing. Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Who's still like which things are still there on this little bridge?
So there's like a little demon devil that's right near you, and then there's a big like lava monster near Jerik with pie on his face.
I think this will be funny here. Okay. Melbin is going to Misty Step behind the lava monster and pants him.
Good. All right. So you go, and you pull his pants down. And even though you pull down his pants, like there isn't any discernible difference. It's just like more of the same. And so, even though that happens, he like kind of shields himself, like oh no, and tries to kind of like walk over to the side, but walks off of the bridge, kind of over, and like, but stays in as if he were still walking on something, and then looks down and goes, "Uh-oh," and then splashes down below. So you successfully Looney Tune the other one.
Ho, 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 ho. It's a little problem.
And Dionysus goes, "Yes, very good, very good." All right, and now it is Yenni's turn. There is one more. There's the demon out right in front of you, the little demon guy.
How close are they to me?
They're pretty close.
Okay. Here's what Yenni's going to do. Yenni's going to, first off, she's going to rage. And then she is going to get a running start and then do a spin attack with her beaver tail. And since I have extra attack, I'll spin enough to hit him twice.
Ooh, okay. I'll tell you what. You could, if you want to do a spin up, instead of having 2 attacks, you could do 1 attack with advantage. Since you're kind of spinning up.
Let's do that.
All right, go for it.
Right, that's going to be a 16.
All right, very good. So you spin up and you start like coming towards it, and it's like, and like you turn into like a Tasmanian devil, like just like a blur, and like inconceivably fast. And you guys looking at it like it doesn't even make sense what you're looking at, that Yenni can spin so fast. And then like you're kind of like heading towards it, and it can, the little demon can kind of like see it, and they're like they're kind of like wincing at it, and then finally you hit it and it flies across the other way into the like abyss, and then down into the pit, and down at the bottom there's just a little mouth, and it kind of goes hop, and it eats it up. And then after a second it goes, thank you. And then now you have defeated all of them. And then suddenly,
Yay!
nowhere, everything goes and you're back in the holy realm of Dionysus. And you stand in front, and he goes, "Oh, that was so good. That was hilarious. I just loved what you guys were doing there."
Jerik Dark Harbor. Yeah, what? No, we're done. I have found a joke. I don't think we need a joke anymore. I worked really hard on it.
Do tell it,
Javadriel, I don't think. All right, Dionysus wants to hear the joke. It's good, I promise. Okay, fine, go ahead. I had a friend who was always dressed well and could float on lava. He was flamboyant.
Well,
that's not bad. I mean, it's a fun. Uses some vocabulary. I would give that 6 out of 10. That's not bad. That's not bad, right?
Dionysus
flamboyant, like he floats on lava, right?
Dionysus kind of like flicks his hand like that, and like on your sword, Jerik, is there like how does the sound come out? Is there like a certain place that it comes from? Or like...
There is not. It just radiates from the celestial plane.
I'd always assumed it was the vibration of the blade was like causing sound waves to come out of it.
Yeah, like that. It vibrates bad jokes.
As
it gets muffled when he puts it in the scabbard. It gets muffled. If that helps.
Okay. So as the Javadriel's kind of like ha ha ha, like laughing like that, the platypus comes up, and he pulls out a roll of duct tape and takes a little piece and kind of rips it off and puts it just kind of like over the base of the blade, like kind of near the hill. And you just kind of hear, ha, ha, ha. Yeah, that ought to keep him quiet. Oh, now, Very good. Now you've done some combat. Oh, let's see. Let's see. What's another boring thing that happens in these realms? Oh, yes. How about a heist? How about you guys go heist something and make it super silly for me? What do you think of that?
What will we steal?
Yeah, which one is to steal?
Oh, maybe just like the world's most expensive diamond. How does that sound?
Is it owned by an evil fiend?
Oh, yes. Super evil. They're an art dealer.
Oh, the worst.
Absolute worst. What say you? Are you up for it? Remember, it's got to be silly.
Yes.
Very well. And suddenly he snaps his finger and the background changes and now it's very dark. And you guys are in this kind of like big, it almost looks like a museum. Like there's painting on the wall and there's like statues. And you guys look way down the hallway and there's like a big domed ceiling, and at the very center of that, there's this pedestal, and at the top of the pedestal, under a big piece of glass, is this giant, shiny diamond, and around it are all these big metal bars that are kind of closing it in like a big shark's cage, and then outside of that are like 10 guards that are kind of have their arms crossed and standing in front of it, and around them you kind of see that there's these like little lights, these like laser lights that are kind of like going up and down in front of it there. It's clearly nighttime and there's not anybody in this kind of place, and you are in the museum of Darton, the Darton Museum of Fine Antiquities.
Very official. Very real.
Very official. Okay, so
Thoughts, guys.
What if we go in there and steal the diamond?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's build on that. How should we do that in a funny way?
What if we tell them we're stealing the diamond? No one would expect thieves to do that.
Okay, we could go with that. Maybe we have like some orders to steal the diamond, and they're expected to stop us. Do you want to just kind of like play it straight?
We'll tell them we're gonna steal the diamond, and then they'll be like, "You can't steal the diamond." But then we won't steal the diamond, and they'll be like, "Why aren't they stealing the diamond?" And while they're turning to each other asking that question, we'll steal the diamond.
Haha, brilliant, Yenni.
All right.
you guys hear a voice in your head, and you hear it says, "Oh, I almost forgot. I should have some equipment arriving for you soon." And you guys, just right in front of you, poof, this like big bag appears, and it kind of makes like a metal clunk, like there's a bunch of stuff inside of it.
What's in there,
Let's
Yenni?
take a look at take a look at this.
Oh, do you think there's a diamond in here? And Yenni opens it up.
Yenni opens it up, and you reach in and you pull out a rubber chicken.
Oh, it's just a dead chicken. Shakes it.
Those are hilarious. What else is in there? Jerik reaches in and grabs something.
All right, it's a big banana peel.
None of this sounds like it. Didn't make a clattering sound when it hit the ground? I don't think. I tossed the banana peel casually behind my back.
Okay, great.
Melbin will also reach in.
All right,
Ooh, what's for me?
You pull out a big thing of like fake vomit. You know, like the plastic stuff that you put on the desk, and it looks like fake vomit.
I have an idea. We'll go in as art connoisseurs, and one of us will be sick.
And he like flaps the vomit at you guys.
And then while they're distracted, we'll steal the diamond.
Okay. I'm going to turn the bag upside down and just see what comes out. If anything else comes out or if we're spent.
Yeah, you turn it over, and out comes a pair of X-ray specs, a big fake mustache,
All right.
a whoopee cushion,
Mm-hmm.
a Rubik's cube, like one of those big rainbow afro wigs, a pair of flippers, some stink bombs, basically anything you could find in the back of a Mad magazine circa 1994.
Okay, well, thanks, mighty Dionysus. I'm gonna slap on the fake mustache and go with plan A and just kind of like walk up to the guards. And
Melbin's going to point at your mustache and then at his mustache and be like,
Oh, twinsies.
Paladin twinsies. Yeah, we got this. Excuse me, guards. If I can have your attention, please. We are here to steal the diamond.
Hey, stop right there. Stop right there. Yeah.
No, hold on. You stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. You stop. Hey, you're doing great. You know what? That is exactly what you're supposed to do in your guard role. I'm going to give you two gold stars for that. You are doing a great job as a guard. But what I need you to do right now is these two. See these two right here? They're going to be stealing the diamond, so I want you to stop them from stealing the diamond. All right, if your guards the way that you're guarding, and I know you are, because like that was a great stop right there that you did. Just do their thing, and
roll a persuasion with a +1 because you have a mustache on.
Yeah. Oh baby, 30.
Wow.
You rolled a 30?
I rolled a 19 plus 10 plus 1.
wow.
All right. So they're all like, oh, all right. Yeah. So
Question being, have I persuaded them to stop them or persuaded them to do whatever I want?
okay. So yeah. So just like you said, we're going to stop these two guys from stealing the diamond.
Yeah, they're going to be stealing the diamond. I'm just going to stand back here behind all of you. Just pretend I'm not here. All right, okay. I'm going to take some notes, but don't worry about that. You do your thing. I know you're great. You guys are superstars, best of the best. Just stop them from stealing the diamond. I'll just be right back here. And I walk past them behind the diamond.
Okay, so should we do our regular rotation, or is it like we already know we're here? Like, what's my motivation in this scene?
They're here. You're here. Just like pretend I'm not here, and just do your thing. All right.
All right. They all kind of like look at each other. Yeah. Okay. All right. And they go. They kind of make like a big line in front of the diamond, and they go, "Oh, you right there, you two, put them up. Put them up now."
Oh no! I'm very nervous.
And then I have the vomit in my hand. I'm gonna throw it down on the ground.
Oh!
Roll a charisma, just straight up charisma, and you can add a +1 for using fake vomit.
That's just if it's straight charisma, so not adding my ability modifier or anything, or with those.
With your ability modifier.
Yes, with the ability modifier, and
that's a 16 then.
16, very good. So they all go, oh, and kind of wince back, and kind of back up a little bit, give you a little bit of room. Okay, take it easy.
I take the diamond.
Okay, now it's still behind. It's still behind the lasers and the bars and the glass.
Okay, lasers and bars and glass. No, all right.
Oh my!
So I analyze the lasers and bars and glasses. Continue. You're all doing great. What do you do? I mean, so I want to remind you, there's protocol around toxic, contagious materials. So, like, I know you've all done your annual training on disease prevention. Just keep that in mind. You're doing great.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, Jimmy, you better get a spill kit for that vomit right away.
Ooh, when's the last time I ate peas?
Ugh, I don't want to get the spill kit. Well, look, you have to get this. They're kind of like talking amongst themselves. Is there something you're looking for, Jerik, or what's your?
I'm just kind of looking at the
attack
thing
here?
and staring, and
You kind of quickly figure out there's like a pattern to the like up and down of the laser, so like you can time it out and just like step in at the right time to kind of get between them.
I think I'm going to cast Flock of Familiars,
Okay.
which will summon my 3 familiars, which are a turtle, a bird, and a cat.
Those are all funny.
So they pop up, and I look at the 3 of them and the lasers, and I look at the turtle, and I'm like, no, probably not. That's Empress Dominatrix. Like, you just chill. And I look at the bird, which is Sparrow Killer. Like, maybe. I was like, the bird could probably do it, but like, cat burglars. Like, yeah, that makes sense. All right, go get that. And I'm gonna send the cat in based on the like alternating patterns to just try to like slip through and get to the diamond.
All right, it's able to. It goes through the lasers, and
I believe that's Mr. Whiskers.
Mr. Whiskers is able to slip through the bar, but gets inside, and the pedestal that it's on is kind of sealed with this glass top on top, and they kind of go up and they sit up on top and kind of go spin around a couple times and then lay down on top of it.
Oh, come on, Mr. Whiskers. No, just put it in your mouth or something.
It's too big.
Okay.
It's like a basketball-sized diamond under a big square glass.
What?
Yeah, it's huge. It's the world's biggest diamond.
While things are continuing to progress with the spill kit and such, I'm also going to cast Mage Hand in there, because I can summon it where I want. And use the Mage Hand to lift up the... I'm going to summon the Mage Hand like inside the diamond case so it can like lift up on the glass from the inside. Is Mr. Whiskers on top of that glass though?
Yes, they are. What's the weight that Mage Hand can lift? I don't think it's a lot.
It's not a lot. It can carry more than 10 pounds. 10 pounds.
All right, well, you know that number now. You can try
If I just determined that Mr. Whiskers plus the glass case is not more than 10 pounds, I don't know if Mr. Whiskers says wait. Mr. Whiskers, you get down this instant.
Cats are skidded.
All right, Sparrow Killer, fly in there and poke Mr. Whiskers so he moves.
All right, it flies in, and it goes over, and the Mr. Whiskers' tail is kind of doing that thing where it kind of like bobs kind of back and forth, kind of randomly, and the sparrow comes over and like pecks at it like it's a worm, and the cat goes meow 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 meow, and kind of like has a little freak out moment, and then tries to run through the bars, but hits the bars and kind of like knocks it, and it starts to kind of all wobble, kind of back and forth like that. I'll let anybody take a quick reaction. All the guards start to kind of and look back.
I wanna try to distract them. What would he do?
Hey, what's going on back?
I point at that guard that just spoke, and Melbin says,
Grovel!
and he casts command and tells him to grovel.
Okay. He comes down and goes, "Oh, please tell us what's going on around here. Please, sir, please."
Well, I am going to steal the diamond. You better watch me closely.
I will, sir. I will. I'll look. I'll watch you closely, sir. I will. Please.
And my friend here, she's really trouble. Look how small and tiny she is. You need multiple eyes to keep track of her.
Oh yeah, watch this. And Yenni throws up the whoopee cushion into the air and then does a whoosh, like a Matrix style spin around, and then as the whoopee cushion lands on the ground, she uses her beaver tail to slam on it and just let out an enormous fart.
Roll a charisma +4.
All right. That's going to be 18, baby.
18. All right, you do that. It goes, and it echoes through the whole empty museum. And there's like a moment of silence. And then everybody starts cracking up. All the guards are like, oh, yeah. And they're like rolling over, doubling over in laughter.
Tasha's hideous whoopee cushion.
Yep, exactly. Meanwhile, back behind all of that, the cat is freaking out under the bars over the diamond, and the bars are kind of they're kind of all welded together and just kind of put down like that, so they're kind of tipping back and forth.
Wait, so that's the diamond is under glass inside the bars, and the bars are shifting back and forth, and the lasers are on the outside of that?
Yes. And as it's going, it's like getting close to kind of hitting one of the lasers as it's kind of tipping back and forth.
I'm gonna
Ooh, so much comedic potential.
I'm gonna walk up to the nearest guard and be like, "What's all this then? You're totally missing these familiars," and push that guard into the outermost laser and see what happens. Go in there and get them. But discreetly, just that guard, like not distracting the attention to all the guards. Be like, "Hey, you, I need you to look at this right here," and shove him into the lasers.
All right, you shove him into the laser, and it comes right down on him, and then suddenly all the lights kind of start to turn on. Goes a bunch of all the lights in the whole building kind of turn on, and the diamond inside on the pedestal slowly starts to move downward, like it's retracting down into the floor.
Uh-oh.
Melbin yells,
Melbin Gelrod!
and rushes through the guards and smashes the case with his hammer.
Okay, so
I'm going to shoot it with Eldritch Blast. As he's approaching, I'm going to shoot the diamond with Eldritch Blast, which I have an Eldritch Invocation to pull something 10 feet towards me if I hit it with Eldritch Blast.
Oh, okay. Does that have a limit to what it can pull?
Well, it's generally a person, not a diamond. But not really a weight limit.
Okay, all right. So
it might attract the glass. I don't know. If it's light based, it would go through glass. It also might go through a diamond, though. So I have no idea. I'm just giving it a shot on instinct.
Okay, let's do it.
Melbin and
roll an attack.
That's true. If Melbin's on the other side, it might actually go through and hit Melbin, pulling him 10 feet towards me and into the diamond.
Yeah, so here's what happens. Melbin runs and leaps over the guards and is about to jump on and push this down. And you shoot, you're kind of far back because you're on behind the lasers. So you shoot an Eldritch Blast, get over here. And it's going, and Melbin, it hits Melbin as he kind of grabs onto the bars, and you hit him with the blast, and it pulls him and the bar and the bars towards you, and they both come flying at you. So make a dexterity save or be clobbered by Melbin and the bars.
I'm gonna pass this. That's gonna be a 34.
Jeez,
plus 12 to dexterity scores, plus another. Actually, no, it's probably not 34. It's just a 26. It's only a 26.
Okay, well, I guess instead of ducking down the easy thing, you jump over them because that's harder. And
just a backflip.
Yeah, exactly. Unnecessarily. So the bars come and they're flying out. Now, because you had to pull the bars, it knocked the pillar, which has now stopped moving down, and it's knocked the glass off of the top so that it falls down and and it all shatters as this big clamoring is happening. And the diamond is now sitting kind of teetering kind of right on the edge. It's almost like it's about to fall over off the pedestal down to the ground as it kind of dangles there for a moment. And it's anybody's opportunity. All the guards stop laughing at all that cantankerous, and they see it. They go, and they start kind of moving towards it.
Yenni spots this, and looking at the rubber chicken that she first took out of the bag, she goes, "This is all on you, chickie." And she like winds up and then basically does a long toss with the rubber chicken, trying to hit that diamond just the extra little bit it needs.
Okay. All right. So roll a d20 and add 5 for using the rubber chicken.
Oh, that's a 1.
Oh no!
So 6 total, so not bad.
Wait a minute. Yenni is lucky though. If I roll a 1 on an ability roll, I can re-roll once. So let's take it again. Aw, yeah, 23, baby.
Oh, dang. All right, so you throw it, but you feel like, oh, no, I missed it, and it's not going to work. And it flies, and one of the guards is kind of like getting up and is kind of bending over, and the chicken hits his butt, and it makes a big and it squeaks, and it flies up high into the air.
His butt does or the chicken does?
The chicken. The butt stays on the man. The chicken flies up in a perfect arc, and everybody's looking at it. And it comes down, and it goes, boing, and it hits the diamond, and tink, it falls off of the pedestal and goes ding, 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 ding. Except it's much louder and bigger than that, so it's like ding, 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 and it is now free of the pedestal, but it is just sitting on the ground now. The guards begin to kind of scramble, and they're reaching for it. They're going to try and grab it.
Melbin yells out,
"Dibs!"
and then jumps.
All right, roll in athletics.
Hey, something I'm good at. It's a 27.
Okay, so luckily you said dibs, and you reach for it, and you run up and you grab the diamond and kind of do a roll where you kind of tuck into it and do a couple of somersaults, and then end up jumping back up to your feet and holding up the diamond high in your hand like that as it kind of twing glistens in the light there.
Ha-ha!
And
Let's go, friends!
And in your head, you hear, "Oh, how delightful." Now, remember, you have to escape.
All right, well, you guys get it from him. Like, you can't just let him escape. Like, grab it from the guy and bring it here. All right, you need to give that diamond to me, or else, like, you're all. I'm sorry, but like, if you fail this test, I didn't want to put this out here initially, but if you fail this test, it's bad news. So you need to get that diamond to me right now to pass this thing. All right, go.
All right, we'll get it. All right, we'll get it. And they surround him, and they pull out their spears that they have, and they start kind of surrounding you, and there's spear points all around. Okay, give me the diamond.
Non-lethal, please, if possible.
Oh, okay.
Melvin is rather tall, and he just holds it over his, holds his arm up.
They turn the spears around, so it's just the other side, and they kind of okay, give it here, give it to me.
Oh, how do you ask?
Please, sir. Otherwise, we'll have to take you to City Dungeon.
Oh, well, I wouldn't want that, but...
And he looks at Yenni and tosses it to Yenni.
Okay.
Yenni jumps up to catch it.
All right. You catch it. They go, "Hey!" And they run around you. Same thing with the other end of the spears. "Hey, give that back. No throwing it back."
Can't throw it back. Oh no! What am I gonna? Huh! And Yenni launches it up in the air and does like paddles it like she were playing badminton or something. Paddles it like she were hitting a birdie with the beaver tail. Boom!
Thump. Back to Melbin.
Back to Melbin.
Okay. And they go, "Oh, this ain't funny." And they run back over and they surround Melbin again. Okay, no more tricks. Give it right to us.
What is Jerik doing during all this?
Just waiting. Listen, please, you gotta get it from them. You can't let them. They're embarrassing you.
Okay, but I feel like here we just kill him, boss. Do you want us to like kill him? Like now we'd be killing him, right?
Do your thing.
Okay. All right. 3, 2, 1, stab! And they all push their spears with.
Oh no! Wait!
But with
In
the
Melbin.
dowel part, not the sharp point, and they just kind of push it on you, and it's like, ow.
Ow!
Okay.
That will leave a
now-
bruise.
All right.
Good, all right.
So I think
Now
that would be lethal if this were actual. So let's go ahead and have you play dead, please. All right. Drop.
Oh, the pain!
Okay.
He falls down.
All right, and one of them grabs the diamond.
All
and
right,
the other
give it here,
ones
please.
All right, the other ones surround Yenni, and they kind of do the same thing. They push the non-pointy side of the spear into you.
Ah.
Okay, you
All
got
right.
him. Just bring me the diamond, please.
Okay, all right, good. Now, one comes up and he hands you the diamond and says, "All right, now with the
Thank you.
paperwork, then did we start to fill that out, or are you gonna fill it out and then?"
Oh no,
we
I'll
finish
take care of
it?
everything. You guys did great. Like this was top notch. We're gonna have to do some repairs to this thing, obviously, pointing at the shaky bars and the laser assembly. So I'll just keep this with me and fill out the paperwork, and we'll send it to you in 7 to 10. And we're all set. But basically, while I have this this is down, you guys are gonna.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Guys, this is fake barf. And you guys look over and you see Jerry with the spill kit. He's got it all out and he's like trying to mop it up. And he's like, "This is fake barf. I don't think it's real." And they all turn to Jerik.
Look at you, buddy. That is good. All right. You know what? You know what that means? You are the most perceptive of this group. You're going to be in line for captain. Who's the captain here currently?
"It's me, and you're not full of me. All right, get him. Spear side, guys." And they all switch their spears around.
Listen, buddy. Listen.
We ain't
You
listening
were the
anymore.
captain, but now this guy's in line to be captain. So it's going to be survival in the fittest. You guys go head to head, and whoever wins is
All right,
the
all
new
right.
captain.
Roll a persuasion. I'm sick of this. Roll a persuasion.
Oh, I rolled that 1, so it's an 11.
They go, "We ain't falling for your tricks anymore.
Run!"
Sorry, guys. All right, running? You're just going to run?
Yep.
All right. Which direction do you want to run?
Out.
Well, you get to pick. Do you want to go up, down, left, or right?
First, I'm going to cast Shatter in the middle of the guards.
Okay. All right.
It's
That's
going to
just
hit
like a big sound and like
It's a
explosion, right?
massive explosion of sound, and it's going to be 3d8. It's a 10-foot radius sphere.
Just like the
10-foot
regular
radius
spell?
sphere, just hitting them as many as possible. And
Okay.
they're all going to take 10 damage and be shattered.
Ooh, gosh. All right. Okay, and it's just like the regular spell?
The regular
Or,
spell,
Yeah.
not special
Just like how
shatter.
yeah, not like
A loud ringing noise, painfully intense, erupts from a point of my choice. Constitution saving throw, actually, for all of them.
okay. But it's just like the regular spell. There's nothing different about it.
Do you want me to do something different about it?
I'm just trying to, help you on your mission.
If I have the ability, it's a donkey. Weehaw! That's how it manifests.
Perfect. All right. So the giant donkey prey echoes out and knocks a bunch of them over. A couple of them completely pass out, unconscious, and clear the way. So now it's time to escape. Which direction would you like to go?
Up.
Down?
Can we just
All
go
right.
back out the door we came in?
You didn't come in a door. You just
We
appeared.
appeared in here.
Oh, we appeared in the museum. Okay.
So there's a wing that goes up. There's a wing that goes down or
Up.
okay. You guys start heading north, and you're running through, and you get to the door, and oh no, it's locked.
I hit it with my hammer.
All right, you hit it with your hammer, and it goes ting, and you hear a voice in your set and goes, "Not funny enough."
I hit it with my butt.
Okay, you hit it with your butt, and the doors fly open, and you guys go out into the city at night, and you kind of see this big sprawling metropolis that you're in, and there's kind of like the sound of like rustling behind you, and you have this big diamond in your hand, and then suddenly the background changes, and a thump, you're right back in the holy space of Dionysus. And he goes, "Oh yes, my favorite part was where you used the butt. That was great."
Use the butt and an ass.
That's true. Very good. Oh, I'm just so delighted. You've all served me incredibly well and brought comedy back to the realms. How absolutely delighted I am. I have a special gift for each of you to take back to that, what do you call it, the material plane? And he says, "Platy, henceforth, grab it, please." You see the platypus coming, and he's got a big bag. It looks just like that other bag. It's kind of making this like metal, like clink, clink, clink. Sounds like there's a bunch of like rebar, like some steel inside of it. And he takes it, and he goes, "All right, you can take one of whatever you like." Ooh. So you can pick one super silly item, and it will have one magic ability with it.
Do I still have the world's largest diamond in my hand?
Nope, it's gone.
Oh.
Yenni just asked, "Can I just keep the tail?"
No, I'm sorry. That was kind of an illusion. But you can take an item. How about a platypus? Why don't you make him an elixir that gives him some sort of tail like that? And he goes, "Oh, okay." And he reaches in the bag, and he pulls out like a whole big like chemistry set, just kind of like thump, like appears like it's all made of cardboard, and it starts. And there's a little spigot at the end that goes, puts a little stopper on it, and you now have one potion of beaver tail. So you can write that down in your real world item list. These are real items that your character will have in any future campaigns. In the bag, you guys saw that there's X-ray specs, there's fake poop, there's like big novelty sunglasses, basically like anything you would get from like a tacky souvenir shop or like a Spencer's that you can think of. You can choose any one of those items, and we'll give it a magical property based on how silly of an item it is.
I choose X-ray specs.
All right, so you get the X-ray specs, and while wearing the X-ray specs, you will have 30 minutes of true sight, and you will get the ability to read, to comprehend any language.
Like one-time use?
Recharges once a day, let's say.
Ooh, okay. True sight and comprehend languages. Gotcha.
You have to wear it.
But I have to wear the X-ray specs. Do they have like the spirally eyes on them?
You can't like hide them. Like it'll be very clear that you're wearing the X-ray specs.
Got it.
Are there any novelty like coffee mugs?
Yeah, there's like a big, it's like a really big one, and it says like it on the one side it says, "What do you call a sad coffee?" And on the other side it says "depresso," and it has like a picture of like a sad coffee bean, like drinking a cup of coffee.
Melbin will absolutely take that.
Okay, great. And that will when you drink from it, when you spend a turn to drink from it, you will get 1 round. Yeah, well, you'll have 1 round of being hasted. So you can take a quick sip from your novelty mug and be hasted for the next round in combat. Like a quick jolt.
Nice.
And you get 3 sips a day. Recharges at dawn. Only pour over coffee. I don't know. Okay, so to review, Yenni now has the real world item of the Elixir of Beaver Tail, which will give you the Beaver Tail, which has super spin attack, and then Slam, which are 2 new attacks that you can get and use. Jerik has the X-ray specs, which when worn once per day will grant 30 minutes of true sight and comprehend any language.
Nice.
And Melbin has the coffee mug of Depresso, which gives 1 round of haste when used in combat. 3 sips per day, recharges daily at dawn.
Nice.
And Dionysus goes, oh yes, very good. You've brought laughter back to the realms. And what's more important than laughter? And he goes, it's a joke, Platy. Please laugh. And Platypus goes, and slowly there we go. See, Melbin gets it. And Yenni gets it.
I honk my hat.
Oh, yes. Very good. Very good. And your vision begins to slowly fade, and you each slip back into your dream state and return back to wherever you were in the realms this night. Well, that's going to do it from all of us at Knights of the Rolled Table. Have a happy April Fool's Day, everyone.
Huzzah!
Hooray!